All right, it's time for another Fibble. This is the game that's just like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. They're starting us with CHASM, and I'm going to do the challenge again today. I've failed once and succeeded once. Let's see if I can succeed again and make it more than 50% of the time. So basically, the challenge is I have to start the next word with the letter that the previous word ended with. So let's do magic. That's pretty good. That repeats some letters. Look for some contradictions. And we didn't get any contradictions. Okay, well, interesting. How about cages? That's not bad. S is a good letter to start the next word with, and it repeats several letters. Okay, now we got some contradictions. So, I mean, obviously one of these two C's is a lie, right? They can't both be true. So we know the gray A's and the gray G's are true. Also, one of these two has to be a lie. Therefore, the gray S's are true. And so that's true. So if there's not a C, then the E is the lie. I'm kind of thinking there is a C. If there's not a C, then these are both lies. And there's an I and an E. It's possible. We could just have an I and an E. So let's try and do something. We have to start with S. Is there something we can do with an I and an E? And a C. Well, we could do something like slice would work. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Well, again, one of these two C's is a lie, right? So there's definitely an I. One of these two E's is a lie. Okay, so there's no C. There's no C because one of the E's is a lie. There's no C. This is a lie. This is a lie. These are all true. Okay. So we know there's no S. The E has to be the lie. It's the only thing left in cages. Okay, so it's either the lie because there's no E, or it's the lie because there's an E fourth. If there is an E fourth, then the gray E in slice is the lie. So the I would be true, the E would be true, and then there's an L, which can't be second. Maybe L at the end? That makes me think of Spiel. You can't do that. And L at the beginning isn't great. So I'm kind of thinking maybe there's no E. Because if there is an E, it has to be fourth. There's no E, so we could do something like this. L-I, the L could be the lie. We have to start with an E, so we're gonna do another E anyways, but let's do E lied, but then we have to start with an E again. How about E, oh no, it's enlist. E, we could do elite, but we're still ending in an E. I guess we could try E-list and see if that's a thing. Okay, I didn't think so. Let's do elite. I think T's better than D. We're gonna have to start with E again, but that's okay. Okay, well, one of the L's is a lie, one of the I's is a lie. Everything else is true, so there's no E. Okay, and if the I is third, then there's no L. Otherwise, they're both yellows. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume they're both yellows for now. We have to start with E. Oop. Start with E. Can we do something that like ends in, oh, but the I can't, if the I is yellow, then it can't be third or fourth. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the I in another place. Because the I is probably first or second, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. So let's do the I third again. More options for contradictions. Well, we could do something like exile. I don't want to end in an E again. No. Well, we could go with evils, and I know there's no S, but S is a better letter to start with. It'll give us a lot more options. Let's try it. That wasn't good. That was not helpful. Not helpful at all. Okay, well, again, look at slice and evils. One of the two I's is a lie, one of the two L's is a lie. Everything else is true. I'm starting to think that there's no L and the I is third. But the I would be the lie twice. But otherwise the L is the lie twice, so. So let's think about this. If the I and the L are both yellow, right? This means the gray L's is the lie twice. That's fine. But the I can't be third or fourth then. It's probably not at the end. It's probably here. You could do something like this, something like silly, but it can't be the S. Billy would work. Yeah, that's possible. Well, we could do silly. Then we have to start with a Y on our next one, though. And I'm kind of thinking it could be just the I in the middle and no L's. So do I want to go all in on checking L's? Well, we could do something ILL, which would let us check another consonant, like, we don't want to do still. We could just spill or swill. L's not terrible to start the next word. I don't know. Let's go for it. Okay, well, one of these L's is a lie, so therefore the yellow L's are true, the green is the lie, this is true, this is lie, this is lie. Okay, good. Well, we know this is the lie. Okay, well, even better. Oh, there is two L's. It's an I, it's an ILL. It's this. It's, well, is it? It has to be, right? It can't be. I mean, so there's an L fourth, there's another L that can't be second or fifth. So it's first or third. And the I mean, unless you're going to end LI, which is no good, the I's got to be second or first. I don't like that. I think it's got to be ILL. And I think it has to be Y. Well, we could do Lily, which is possible as well. But if the answer is Billy, there's some other possibilities too, isn't there? There's Dilly and Philly and Willie. Man. And the problem is it's the first letter that I don't know. So trying to do a word that ends with the letter that I need to start with isn't going to really work out for me. Well, I can do something like lobed that will check the B and the D. Or I could do something that would check the W and the D. Lobed would work. And if it happens to be Dilly, then I can start with the D. Otherwise, I will have to. I mean, I feel like once I'm guessing the answer, I am okay to not start with the right letter, but you can debate that in the comments. And if it's Philly or Willie, then I'll have a 50-50 at that point. So let's go with lobed. Well, we know, what do we know? We know the E is true. We know the, I mean, there's no way there's a B. The B can't be true, right? I mean, there could be a B, but there's no way there can be a B third. It would have to be Libl. Ooh, libel almost works. That's EL anyways, isn't it? Yeah. But nah, that's not going to work. But the question is, so the B is the lie. So at least it's not Lily. But is it a lie because it's somewhere else, or is it a lie because it's not in the word? You know, Billy was my first thought when I realized the illy and I knew it wasn't silly. But it's a 33% chance at this point because it could be Billy, Philly, or Willie. I got to go with my first instinct. Okay, well, it worked out. Man, this is a harder challenge than you'd think. I don't know why it's such a problem, because I think it's partly because I keep ending up with the last letters being letters that we know are gray, and so then I'm wasting a letter. And this time part of the problem was just all these I's, and I couldn't quite identify the lies because the L's and the I's could have gone either way. It could have just as easily, until we got to spill, it could have just as easily been a word with an I third and no L at all. So Like Brink would have worked. So I don't know. Too many possibilities. Just wasn't finding the lies today. So well, we still survived. Still got the answer. So not a big deal. But let me know how your solve went. Did you use some magic to slice through the lies like an elite solver, or did you kind of fall into a chasm and the evils of the puzzle held you down? I guess I don't know. Anyways, let me know how it went for you, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more.